EastEnders spoilers, Grey's last stand revealed, plus Kheerat's shock exit. Warning: EastEnders spoilers ahead. ITV, on EastEnders next week, is Grey set to be murdered in a dramatic showdown? Plus, Kheerat announces his exit and Rocky is on the road to redemption. Full spoilers ahead for the pivotal EastEnders week of 7 to 10 March 2022. Whitney reveals the truth about Grey to Mick after word reaches Whitney that Tina is dead. She puts 2 and 2 together and tells Mick that she believes Grey to be responsible for her untimely demise. Whitney Dean, Shona McGarty, BBC, as Mick reels from the bombshell news, Shirley approaches and is also told Whit's theory. And never want to take a calm and considered approach, Shirl decides to end Grey and storms out of the Queen Vic to find him. Read more next week on Coronation Street. Read more next week on Emmerdale Lane. Nervy Grey, meanwhile, is calling Chelsea at the hospital and explaining that they need to go away for a few weeks. But, at that very moment, Shirley is trying to break down his front door. Grey's last stand? Grey Atkins, Toby Alexander Smith, BBC, with friends now in short supply, Grey seeks help from the one person he feels he can trust, Karen. She refuses to believe that Grey could be responsible for murder, but Mitch is about to learn that his son-in-law abused Chantel and then killed her. By Friday, Grey will find that his options are fast running out. Whitney has tracked him down for a final showdown. Chelsea is also determined to stage a confrontation, while the likes of Mitch and Shirley remain desperate to get revenge. As the police flood the square, an increasingly volatile Grey looks set to go to extremes to escape the law. But it seems that one of his many enemies may well take matters into their own hands. Kheerat reveals he's leaving Kheerat Panesar, Jazz Singh deal, BBC. At the start of the week, Kheerat is a wanted man and on the run. But he returns home just long enough to tell the rest of his family that, because the police are trying to track him down, he needs to leave the square for good. Just as he's about to depart, Kheerat bumps into Stacy and the two of them share a passionate kiss before saying their goodbyes. Whitney then turns up and pleads for his help in protecting Cheslea, but he refuses. Story continues, however, after spotting an exchange between Grey and Denise, Kheerat ultimately decides to head to the hospital to warn Chelsea. But there's no saying he'll get there in time. Rocky tries to make amends. Kathy Beale, Gillian Tailforth, Rocky, Brian Conley, BBC. Rocky feels that the Carters need space and ends up with employment at the funeral parlor. But things get off to a bad start and Rocky soon realizes that he's not up to the task. His next destination is the car lot, where he begs Jay for a job. But when Rocky then tells Sonia and Kathy that they'll be getting a cut of the cash he earns in order to make up for what he did, will his offer be welcomed? Bailey tries to play matchmaker. Karen Taylor, Lorraine Stanley, Mitch Baker, Roger Griffiths, BBC. Bailey is still rooting for Mitch and Karen to reunite and wants one last shot at proving how perfect they are for each other. Her latest plan is to recreate the circumstances of their first date, and she enlists Keegan to help with the arrangements. After some encouragement, Karen and Mitch go along with the scheme, but will their romance be rekindled? Watch the latest EastEnders spoilers.